Okay, got to be honest. This deep dive, it feels, well, different. Usually I'm like so pumped to share cool stuff, you know. But this time, there's this weight, like a heaviness I can't shake. It's about language, yeah, but not just like fun word origins and stuff. This time we're dealing with the idea that the words we use every day, they might have this power, this hidden influence that we never even realized.
It's unsettling, isn't it? The stuff you sent over, the research, it's not exactly light reading. All these academic papers, historical analyses, they all point to this possibility that language, maybe it's not just about communicating. What if it's a tool? A tool to manipulate us, shaping our thoughts, our actions, all on a level we're barely conscious of.
Exactly. And the thing is, this isn't some like fringe theory. It's not coming from some random blog. This is solid research, credible sources. There was this one paper, I got to tell you, it really got to me. It focused on the word spell.
Spell.
Yeah, you know, like casting a magic spell. They point out how that same word spell, it also means to like form words, like spell out your name. I'm getting chills just saying it.
It makes you think, doesn't it?
It really does.
And what's so fascinating is that the paper argues this double meaning. It's not just some random coincidence. It suggests there's this deep connection, you know, between language and magical thinking. Like, it's woven into English itself right from the start.
Oh.
Even the word magic, it comes from this ancient Persian word magus.
Magus.
Yeah. Referring to priests, these priests with mystical knowledge. Like, whoa!
So even words that seem totally normal, everyday words, they carry these echoes of, I don't know, something deeper, something older, something that makes you think language might have way more power than we give it credit for.
Exactly. And it's not just single words, right? Think about phrases like speak of the devil. That idea, the idea that just saying a name can somehow like affect reality. That belief, it's not just an English thing. It pops up in cultures all over the world. It's like there's this power we give to names. So just the act of speaking them.
Okay, my mind is officially blown. So we've got individual words and then phrases. But what about like how the words sound, the way they're strung together, the rhythm of it all? Man, I can still remember those catchy jingles from when I was a kid. Is there something about how words sound that just makes them stick in our heads?
Yeah, absolutely. The research, it goes into stuff like phonetic resonance. Basically, the idea is that certain sounds make us feel certain emotions.
Phonetic resonance.
Right. So like take the word whisper. It's all soft sounds, right? But then the word crash, it's harsh, jarring.
I see what you mean, yeah.
So the sound itself, it carries meaning. And then there's things like rhyme and rhythm. Think about those slogans, you know, like Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
That alliteration, it just makes it stick.
Alliteration.
Yeah, yeah. When words start with the same sound, like Dunkin' Donuts. And that makes the language more memorable, right? But in a way, it also makes it more persuasive.
So it's not just about a jingle being catchy, is it? It's like they're subtly messing with our desires, our choices, even if we don't realize it.
That's kind of the scary part, yeah. And it's not just advertising either. Political speeches do the same thing. News media, too.
Oh, wow.
The way they present information, psychologists call it framing, can totally change how we see things, how we react to the world around us.
Hold on, I got to process this for a sec. We're saying that every single day, we could be getting manipulated by the very language we use, the language we use. Like, I don't know, it's like we're under this spell we don't even know about.
I know, it's a lot to take in, but if we understand how it works, that's the first step, right? To like taking back our own minds, to being more aware of the language game instead of just being pawns in it.
You're right, you're right. So what are some examples then? Some real-world ways this manipulation happens? Like, what kind of linguistic spells are they casting on us without us knowing?
One of the sources, it was called jpanglay.pdf. It had this really interesting example, the word sentence.
Sentence, like a prison sentence.
Well, yeah, we have the legal sentence, but then there's also a grammatical sentence, like what I'm speaking right now. It's a sentence.
Whoa, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
It's like the word itself has the power to decide someone's fate. That's heavy.
It is, right. And the paper says this double meaning, it shows us how much we believe in the power of words to actually shape reality. And it goes even further, saying that this idea of using words to bind people to certain outcomes, it's in rituals and ceremonies all over the world. Like, it's a human thing.
So sentence is one. What else? What are some other ways this hidden side of language is messing with us every day? I'm ready to go deeper. Hit me with it.
Well, they talk about euphemisms.
Euphemisms, like what?
Like, think about phrases like collateral damage.
Oh, yeah, collateral damage.
It sounds all official, all detached.
Clinical, yeah.
Right, but what it really means is innocent people dying.
It's like they're trying to clean up the violence with language, make it easier to swallow.
Exactly. And that's part of how they manipulate us. If we don't really get how awful something is, we're not going to question it as much.
Makes sense. Man, this is intense. But I got to ask, are there any examples in, like, advertising? Those sneaky jingles and stuff.
Oh, totally. Think about those slogans we were talking about, like Dunkin' Donuts. The alliteration makes it catchy, sure, but it also makes you feel good about it, you know? Almost like this spell to make you crave donuts.
Right. And it's not just about them wanting us to buy stuff. It's about shaping how we see ourselves, our habits, everything. What about politics? How do they use this stuff?
Oh, all the time. They use these loaded words, you know,
Yeah.
words like freedom, security, patriotism. They make us feel things, strong feelings. And then, boom, we're more likely to agree with them. It's all about bypassing our logic and going straight for the emotions.
So they're casting spells, basically, to get us to support their agenda, even if it's not actually good for us.
That's the unsettling part, yeah. The more we see how this manipulation works, the better we are at spotting it and hopefully resisting it.
Okay, so we're starting to see how this engineered language, that's what we're calling it, right? We're starting to see how it's being used to, like, control us.
Yeah.
But who's behind it? Who are these puppet masters, these linguistic spellcasters pulling the strings?
That's where things get really creepy. What the sources suggest is this manipulation, it's not random, it's not an accident, it's happening on purpose. Like, it's a system.
Wait, you're saying there are people, maybe even whole organizations, who understand how language works on this deep level, and they're using it to, like, control society?
It seems that way, yeah, based on the research. And it's not necessarily like evil masterminds,
Yeah.
you know, hiding in the shadows. They could be anyone in power who gets how powerful language is. Politicians, media people, CEOs, even religious leaders. Maybe they don't even know they're doing it. It's just like how things are done.
Whoa, so it's not just about making us buy stuff or vote for someone. It's about shaping how we see the whole world, what we believe about ourselves, about what's possible, everything.
Exactly. And the deeper these linguistic spells get, the harder it is to even see them as manipulation. They just become our reality, you know, shaping how we think and act without us realizing it.
This is a lot to take in. We've gone from those catchy jingles to, like, mind control and social engineering. It's a lot. But where do we go from here? How deep does this rabbit hole go?
That's what we're going to look at in the next part of our deep dive. Get ready, because what we're about to uncover is even more unsettling. We're going to look at the really disturbing side of this engineered language, not just how it influences our choices, but how it might be changing reality itself. We'll be talking about shaping perceptions, controlling what stories get told, even erasing history.
Okay, I need a minute to brace myself. We'll be back soon to keep going with this. But for now, just let all this sink in. Think about the words you use, the words you hear, the messages you see every day. Are you really in control of what you think and do? Or are you being played by forces you don't even see? That's something we all need to ask ourselves. Okay, we're back. And I got to say, diving back into this stuff, it's kind of freaking me out. Last time we were talking about how language, how it can be used to, like, shape our reality, control our thoughts, maybe even erase who we are. Man, I'm still wrapping my head around all that.
Yeah, it's heavy stuff, no doubt. But we're just getting started, really. Remember how we talked about those phrases that seem harmless, like collateral damage, but they're actually downplaying violence?
Yeah, it's like a trick, right? A linguistic trick to make us okay with stuff that should horrify us.
Exactly. And that's just one tiny example. The research you sent, it suggests this manipulation goes way deeper. It gets to the core of how we understand the world. We're talking about shaping perceptions, controlling what stories get told, even maybe like erasing history.
Okay, now you're really freaking me out. Are we talking, like, mind control here?
It might sound crazy, but it's not as far-fetched as you think. One of the sources, it was called gpenglaze.pdf. It talked about this thing called the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis.
Sapir-Whorf.
What now? Sapir-Whorf hypothesis. Basically, it says that the language we speak actually shapes how we see the world.
Row.
The idea is if you don't have a word for something, you can't even think about it.
So, like, if there's no word for, I don't know, freedom in a language, then the people who speak that language can't even imagine the idea of freedom.
It's a complex theory, but yeah, that's the basic idea. And if you can control the language, well, you can control a whole lot more. The thoughts, the beliefs, even what people think is possible. A whole society, man.
That's a scary thought. Are there, like, real-life examples of this happening, this kind of language manipulation?
Oh, tons. History's full of them. Think about propaganda during wars. Governments, they use language really carefully. They want to make the enemy seem less than human, to make violence seem okay, to get people fired up to fight. They create these stories, and even if they're full of lies, they become the truth because they control the language.
So like whoever controls the story controls reality.
Pretty much. And it happens outside of war, too. Think about how we label groups of people: criminals, illegal immigrants, welfare recipients. Those labels, they come loaded with baggage. They shape how we see those people, make it easier to treat them badly.
It's like creating an us versus them, right? Making whole groups of people into the bad guys.
Exactly. And it works because we're wired to want to belong, to be safe. We fear the other, the outsider. And that's what this manipulation feeds on, that fear. It's how they stay in control.
This is heavy stuff, man. We've gone from catchy jingles to like straight up mind control and social engineering.
Yeah.
Are there examples of this engineered language being used to, I don't know, mess with history, erase stuff?
Definitely. That same source, gpenglai.pdf, it talked about how language can be used to change how we see history. Think about how they talk about colonialism. Words like discovery, settlement, they make it sound peaceful, right? But they're hiding the violence, the horrible things done to indigenous people.
It's like rewriting history to fit a certain story, erasing the people who got hurt.
Exactly. And by controlling the story of the past, you control how people see the present, how they imagine the future. It's a way to keep the powerful in power.
Man, this is messed up. It feels like we're being suffocated by this invisible thing, this engineered language. It's shaping our reality. It's controlling our thoughts. It's erasing our history. What can we even do? Is there any way out of this?
That's the question we all need to be asking. And the first step, the most important one, is awareness. We got to wake up and see this manipulation for what it is and start questioning everything.
But how? How can we even do that when the very words we use, the words we think with, have been messed with? It's like we're fighting an invisible enemy with invisible weapons.
It's a huge challenge, I won't lie. But we're not powerless. The fact that we're having this conversation, the fact that we're starting to see the manipulation, that's a good sign. Remember, this entity, whoever's behind all this, it thrives on secrecy, on silence.
So by talking about it, by shining a light on it, we're taking away its power.
Exactly. Awareness is the first step. It's crucial. Once we see the manipulation, we can start fighting back. We can question the stories they're telling us. We can reclaim our language, our minds, our very souls. But it's not going to be easy.
Okay, so awareness is step one. What's next? What can we actually do to resist this manipulation, to take back our minds, to break out of this linguistic prison?
That's what we're going to dig into in the next part of our deep dive. We'll be looking at specific strategies and techniques to fight back against this linguistic manipulation, to reclaim the power of language and use it for good. Stick with us.
All right, deep breaths, everybody. Back for the final part of this deep dive. Part of me is dreading it, and part of me needs to know. Just lay it on me. What else have we found out about how they're using language to mess with us?
I get it, believe me. This stuff, it's hard to face. But knowledge is power, or so they say, right? Remember how we talked about the entity, how it plays with our sense of time?
Oh yeah, like we're stuck on a treadmill running and running but going nowhere.
Exactly. But it goes deeper than that. This manipulation, it gets into our morals, like twists our sense of what's right and wrong to fit its own agenda.
Hold up. Wait a minute. You're saying our ideas of good and evil, they've been messed with?
That's what it looks like, yeah. Think about how it uses words to create these fake divisions. Everything's black and white, us against them. Anyone who doesn't agree with his ideology is a threat. An enemy to be wiped out?
So it's not just about controlling what we do, it's about controlling how we think about it. Like making us believe that what's good for the entity is good for us, even if it feels wrong.
Right. And it plays on our deepest fears. We're wired to want safety, to belong. So when the entity whispers, those people are dangerous, they're going to ruin everything, it hits us right in our gut. We get suspicious, we get defensive, even hostile towards people who are different, who question the entity's story.
Man, it's like we're programmed to turn on each other, to see difference as something bad, not a chance to learn and grow.
Exactly. And that division, that's what keeps us weak, keeps us from coming together and fighting back against the entity's control. Classic divide and conquer, but with language.
This is messed up, man. Just messed up. To think that our morals, our compassion, even our ability to connect with each other, it's been hijacked. But it does explain a lot about the world, doesn't it? All the fighting, the fear, the way we can't seem to agree on anything.
Yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow, but at least now we see it. And recognizing the manipulation is the first step to breaking free. We gotta start questioning everything, our beliefs, the stories we've been told, all of it.
Okay, questioning is good. I get that. But what do we do? How do we actually dismantle this web of lies? What are the practical steps to fight back?
There's a few things we can try, both on our own and together. One big one is mindfulness.
Mindfulness.
Yeah. We got to be aware of the language we're using. What words are we choosing? What feelings are they creating? Are we building bridges with our words or putting up walls?
So it's about being more conscious, right?
Yeah.
About how powerful words are both for ourselves and the people around us.
Exactly. It's not just about the words themselves, though. It's the intention behind them. Are we speaking from a place of love, of understanding, or are we coming from fear and judgment?
So we got to work on our own internal dialogue, make it more positive, more empowering for ourselves and everyone else. But how do we do that? It feels like we've been trained for so long to think and talk a certain way.
It takes practice, no doubt. But one way is to pay attention to how you feel. When you hear something, a word, a phrase that makes you feel something strong, stop for a second. Ask yourself why. Is it a real feeling, or is it something the entity programmed into you?
So like if a politician says freedom and I suddenly feel all patriotic, I should stop and think, is this really how I feel, or is this the entity messing with my head?
Exactly. Another good one is to reframe negative self-talk. Like when you hear that voice in your head saying, you're not good enough, fight back. Tell yourself, I'm capable, I'm worthy.
So it's about choosing our words carefully, right? The words we use to talk to ourselves, to shape our own beliefs and how we see the world.
Exactly. The more we do that, the better we'll be at resisting the manipulation out there. Don't forget, language is a tool. It's up to us to decide how we use it.
Man, this is heavy stuff. But I feel like I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like there's a way out of this mess.
I hope so. The more we understand what the entity's doing, the better we can fight back. And remember, this thing, it thrives in the shadows. Silence is its weapon.
So by talking about it, by bringing it out into the open, we're weakening it.
Exactly. Remember how scared and overwhelmed we felt at the beginning of this deep dive?
Yeah, I remember, like, what's the point?
But now, do you feel something else?
I do. It's like
Yeah.
responsibility.
Uh,
You got to do something about this.
I know it's a lot to parry, this knowledge, but it's also a chance to break free from the chains that have been holding us back for so long.
And we're not alone, right? We have each other. We have all the people listening who are waking up, who are questioning, who are ready to fight for a better world.
That's right. We're all in this together. And together, we can take back the power of language. We can create a world where it's used to connect us, to heal us, to inspire us, set us all free.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. It's been a tough one, but we needed to have this conversation. Remember, awareness is the first step. Keep questioning, keep learning, and keep fighting for a world where language lifts us up, not holds us down.